Like, this cable here really does annoy me. So, go power, and we go to the double wall. And we like to put one there, because it goes through the wall. Yeah, okay. And then you put one there. Okay. Then you run. Okay, shutting off power to half the base. This one to this side, which transfers it through the wall to that side. And then you get this one, and you restore power to the other side of the building. And now I don't have a cable that's annoying me because it's clipping through walls. How petty am I? But then again, you're talking to the person that added that in. But yes, that should be fine. What's going to pay? You're going to be an input. Shouldn't need an input there. But having an input on this wall will make sense. Because once I have my smart system in, if I'm producing something up here, I can then run it into this wall, which will get back here and go into my auto sort system. Like I say, I like to future-proof stuff. That's all okay. You go in there, which can pick up those. You are concrete. Concrete what and what? Iron. Okay. I'll let that go. I'm not really going to be needing to add to those, which is nice. And that may have been 10 minutes. Oh, so close. So close. Yeah, that's ticking up quite quickly now because we're getting stuff through. Which is good. That should have been 33 seconds. Damn it! Finish. 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 Thank you. So, rigger router, iron wire, stitched iron plate. What's the normal? The normal is metal, iron plates and screws. That's a bit of a bugger, and that could be handy in certain situations. Like if I got to set up a little base and there's lots of iron but there's no copper. So it would mean I'd still be able to make wire and cable. Okay, let's start scanning that drive. And let's go over here. Yeah, print that coupon. Just 2. Drop coupon in here. Sort you, sort you. Put you in there. Oh yeah, I've got 2 of those things to put in the space elevator. I've spent time constructing them, may as well put them in. And we are almost getting there. Considering that's one of the first things I started on this stream, that's not too shabby. What's the other thing? Automated wiring, which involves making a Sator. A Sator. How the hell do we make Sators? You are 3 pipes and 8 wire. Okay. Motors are 2 rotors and 2 Sators. Okay, so that's probably going to be the next project, as well as that. Interesting. How are you doing production-wise? 96%. You're going to be horrible. 82, that's better. You are 97% accurate. Efficient, you're 59. Which is weird, because you should be getting everything that you need. Oh, that's going into something else though, isn't it? Yeah, that's going into this machine, which is making modular frames, which is then going through there and coming out here. Yeah, gotta love that. Okay, you're producing quite nicely. How are things up here? Yep, my auto sort system is still working. Coal's going in that one. This one's empty because I'm not making steel ingots. Pipes are going down that one. Beams in that one, not making encased. That's not assigned. This has got a backlog. Maybe I should buy ladders. That could be a brilliant idea right now. And then whatever's over the top of cap is getting put away. I think for sanity purposes, because we keep losing wire, we should upgrade this one to a Mark II. That should stop wire appearing on that one. So we won't be getting as much wire waste. You are full. And you are full. So, for now, I'm going to micromanage because I'm not using those ingots. So, we're going to turn off production of them. So, we're just creating the wire. Okay, steel pipes are... Okay, I see what we have to do. Up, up, 1, 2, 3. This is the joys of refining the entire system. Is you have to get your speeds right. Seriously, are we full on? We are full on steel pipes. Wow. I didn't expect that to happen. That's why steel pipes are appearing over here. Okay. Probably going to be a good idea to speed that up. Otherwise, we are going to get a backlog in that box. Yeah. That works. Oh, man. Can't believe I'm going to have to rip out this entire back piece here. It's nice that I'm going to end up losing, like, that recipe that I've got. If we go parts screw, the way it's normally made is 1 ingot, 1 rod to 4 screws, whilst I've got 5 ingots to 20 screws. So, like, these are being produced, but these are all coming from these, and you know, that's a lot of wasted space. This is 10 iron rods per minute for 40 screws. This consumes 15 ingots per minute, so I think it's going to be nice being able to just drop these to just producing screws. That's 5. Yeah. Let's have a look at how the math shapes out, shall we? Production, constructor, doink, and alternate screw. So this uses 12.5 ingots a minute. This uses 15. And then at the end of it, you get 40 screws after using 2 machines. Whilst with the 1 machine I get 50 screws. So in that example, if I just used these 2 machines, I'd almost be producing the total of these 5 machines together. And if you then look at how much of this is dedicated to screw production, you kind of get to see where it's going to be handy. And like I say, I am thinking of doing a smart network, so the screws all get produced in one place, and then from there it'll go round a circuitous route of my own devising, and basically drop off screws into whatever needs it. It does mean I'm probably going to have to use Mark III conveyor belts though for the screw put. See what I did there? Screw put. It's great. Tons of fun. But yeah, I mean, that one's using screws, that one's using screws. So for each line that's going in, you're kind of looking at like at least 2 machines. So we're going to get so many machines removed from this current setup. It's lovely. I mean, heck, I probably could just set all that to screw production, lump it all into one, and then sort of rods and plates over here, and I could end up just making in the gap the other type of plate that I'm missing, which would be nice. But yeah, that's all for me to scratch my head later, because all this needs to be done into the system. But I don't want to hook sort of the copper and stuff and the concrete in until I've got a regular source of beams, because for that volume of throughput I'm definitely going to need Mark 3s, and Mark 3 conveyor belts I'm using all over the place. I mean, this thing's not getting enough of them, and that's with this that complex up there. Although if that box is full, we could just go and set you onto steel beam production, because I'm not using the pipes at the moment, and I don't have to alter anything because it's all going into my auto sorting system. So like, there's pipes there, but now we're getting the beams from over there. It's not going to be ideal. It's nowhere near going to be operating at full capacity, because it's only going to be getting 30, and it needs 60. You're coming out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're only getting 30 because this thing produces 45, which is going into this splitter. That one's going over there to bring that one up to 45. So that's 15, that's 15. So those are recombining to become a 30. And this wants 60 per minute. So that's going to be 50% efficiency. And you are pretty much running cap, yeah. That's how I worked out the math-ish. Yeah, because 45 plus the 15 gets you up to 60, so yeah, that's working. Isn't maths fun? A game you can play with all your friends. And now, because I've done all that stuff, hopefully I've killed 10 minutes. Okay. So, alternate blueprint, encased industrial pipe, copper rotor, used quick wire, what's the normal encased industrial pipe? What's the normal recipe for it? Come on, game. Ooh. And that's 15 per minute. And that's 4 per minute. It's slow. Intriguing. Copper rotor. That's the normal rotor. Pipes and screws. And that's 4 per minute. And how many is that? It's 11. And fused quick wire. I don't think that one's worth it. That one might be. Because we're going to have to build motors. So, yeah, it'd be nice to have a form of making rotors quickly. What's a sator need? If I just goofed myself. Wire and that's. And we just unlocked. Plate and that. They're not part of the same tree, so they'd be coming from different productions. 5 per minute, and what's the current rotor? 4 per minute. Okay. Wee bop. So we'll have a check in here. See, stack up quickly. Which would bring me to 3, I think. Yeah, not worth picking that one up yet. Anything else before I want to start ripping this place apart and rebuilding? Because ideally that's what I should be doing. We have ability to be able to make encased, but at the moment I want everything steel based feeding into this mudder so I can get versatile frameworks done, and then I will need automated wiring, set up a SATA production system. That just uses cables. Okay. That's going to be using 2 things from the same resource tree. The wire and the cables. 2.5. Okay, so we're going to be making more SATAs than we use, which is good. So I could do my SATA production up here to start with, and then just put a splitter in it and start SATAs going into storage as well. And then build another SATA thing out back. And then have that going there. Yeah, okay. Makes some kind of sense. good. Jump pads, do I really need? No. Regular transport. Haven't really got any renewable energy at the moment. I mean, I got the bits to be able to afford it. And then we got hypertubes, which I haven't got the bits to construct. So, cable and plates, why not? Let's get these just done. What do we need? You. Okay, so we need some plates. Sweet. Boink, boink. And over here, cable, 2 stacks of... Oh, close. Resort you. Let's go around here. Jump and headbutt. Another layabout thing. Let's do that, and that, and sort that, and push that.
Milestone reached. Several buildings aimed at factory traversal can now be accessed in the build menu. Caution is recommended during use of these products.
Bye. Okay. So next milestone is vehicular transport. So need 100 of those. 400 of those. Wow, that's a lot. Split that and grab those. And then resort to get that all back neat. And then I need 2 of those. And I just gotta wait 3 minutes for the thing to come back, and then I've unlocked vehicle transport things. Go me. Okay, I think I'm going to have a cigarette whilst I wait for that to happen. So, let's lump everything in. Not in the ma'am. Boink, boink, boink.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Has actually got me wondering about something. Beacons, frames, and rotors. So, if we go over here, is you again? Beacons, frames, and motors. Okay. Frames. Need some motors. Oops. Is that enough? That is enough, and I just need to make some beacons. How many? 5. Okay. Oh, we have enough for that. Always like extra beacons. Let's see what's going to be the best way to do this. Probably. Boink. 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 Oh, no, wrong button. You're going to be a corner. I'm curious about something about the tractor. No, don't shudder right now. Now's a bad time to shudder. And over. Let's try that again. So coal. Can you use coal as a fuel source for it? That's a bloody... What's going on with you, game? And... You can. Interesting. that is very interesting. Because there's a coal up there. So I could, because with a vehicle, if you hold down V, you can actually record a path for the vehicle to go down. And if I now stop doing that, hitching, why are you hitching? Let's take the coal out. Should stop that. So it's got its own inventory size, which could be handy. Makes a bloody racket though. So I could set up the water area as like another steel refinery, which would be interesting to do. That would actually make for an interesting stream, because like obviously the first thing I'd do is I'd lay down some power generators just so that there's local power there, and I haven't got to worry about hooking it into this, which would be a good thing. Tempting. Very tempting. I think that's something to think about later. I think, yeah, my next plan will be probably off stream, so this is probably where I get to wrap up things. And in between streams, because what I'm hoping to do is, because Sat is at the beginning of Satisfactory and Saturday begins with Sat, I'm aiming to move my Satisfactory streams to a Saturday. So that way it's Saturday Satisfactory. Yeah, it's not great, but what can you do? And then probably in the week I'm going to go over here and rejig a lot of this. I've got to be careful, otherwise things will get backloaded. Stuttering, so perhaps I need to clean my ball again. That's normally the case when this happens. Because they do like to stick, those old balls. But yes, I think this is where I'm going to call it for today. Much progress has been added. We have quick wire, we have smart systems, we have a form of vehicle transport that I may end up actually using. I'll just have to make a path between here and the other location and squirrel off some coal. Just come over here and hope that the coal is enough to get it from A to B. Before I finish the stream, I'd like to have a look at my totals over here, because that's ooh, that's an interesting thing. Okay, so we're not quite finished. we can actually stop versatile framework, which is the middle one, which is awesome, which means you no longer get used up, which means you're not needed, and you're not needed, means you're not needed. Ooh. That means we have some iron steel ingots to put in that one. That's interesting. Which means all of these can now go back in here. And I've still got 100 steel beams. Fantastic. Which means we're just repopulating my steel beam selection. Which means you are not needed. 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 Hey, we're getting some semblance of normality here. You are being fed from underneath. So that coal can go there, that can go there. Fantastic. Smart plates are being produced. The easiest way to solve this problem is just to do that. And then we get just relay a new belt. On the relevant section. Hoorah. Does mean you are there, you are there. What are you producing? Plates to go into that. Otherwise, I will forget what I'm doing. So you are assembler. Goes there, and you need automated wiring, and you need a sator. And a sator. So much for me, like signing off. So you sator. 1, 2, 3. I believe it's you. Okay, we're going to be using up pipes, so we go up here and we switch you back to steel pipe. And then we need to get cable and wiring. So, okay, that's gonna work. Boink and boink. best come out this side. Okay, so what do you need? The wire. That one? Nope, it's that one. Logistics, Mark 1. So you need the wire. Sorry, is it the wire or the cable? Yes, the wire. So the cable needs to go this way. And one needs to come into that. Right, so you are set. As for you, I made a boo-boo. It's probably just going to be easier. You. Oh no, that was an even bigger boo-boo. It's what you get when you don't use your brain. That. And do a Mark 1 left. Not that one. That one. That one. And you into there. You are now powered up. Cable and Sator. Cables are being loaded up. And you are making a Sator, which you should be sending any moment. And you just need one, okay. Should get that going. Hoorah. Yeah, everything's coming along. Wow. Oh yeah, that's need to be done because that was a mistake. Which means I've got a bucket load of stuff to go for junk. We'll keep the coal. But that can go, that can go. Yeah, that's only for space elevators. We don't need those. We don't need steel ingots. Okay. See one poop out. Yep, there we go. And our first advanced wiring is off. That's not as many, I think. I think that's only 100. Yeah. So those two should finish at about the same time. And that'll unlock tier 5 and 6. Which, you know, can't complain. I'm batting them out in my own special, unique way, which is good. And meantime, I'm not actually using the beams, which give them an opportunity to stack up, which is good. Because we're going to need those. I'm going to need those Mark IIIs for my Uber auto-sorting transit system, which is going to be epic. So, thanks for watching. I hope you found this interesting and the maths has been fun. Until next time, have a good one.